Right, how you doing? It's another cold day in the shed. Bit more on the old pan today. I've got to try and get the electric box in and into place. What I'm going to do, I can reach it. You can probably tell, is all my electrics going into here. 50 Calamo box. Recycled this off another bike. A bit out of there, right? But all the electrics are going into there. The clocks will sit to about that level, and the rest of the electrics should sit neatly in there. I've also got a cutting plan. I've just ordered a piece of perspex. I'm going to mount a piece of perspex in here with the clocks on, because me being genius, I was going to add a piece of steel in there, then I realised I can't add a piece of steel in there because the clocks need obviously to earth out and stuff like that, and they're already pre-earthed and electrical shit. So I was like, clocks are mounted into plastic, so I'm going to have to mount it back into plastic. 4mm perspex cut to that shape. Mount one clock there, and then the other two down the bottom. I can just make a little platform for them to sit on. Perfect, sorted, easy. It's just a case of drilling a few holes, mounting them in. I've got the top, which I'm going to cut the holes out of, so that the original lid will sit straight like onto the top, which will be all sorted. And all the ECU and everything, or CDI unit, all the electrics, everything should fit neatly inside there, out of the way. And that way I haven't got to chop and splice any wires, which is always good. So first task is to whip the tank off, or the fake tank, and then offer this up and see roughly where it's going to sit really, and then make a bracket for it to sit on, and go from there. And then we can cut the tank and make the tanks fit back around it basically. So another bit more of upcycling, a few more bits and pieces. Away we go. Right, for those of you that don't know, these pans were in a fake tank. This is just a cover. You'll see what I mean when I take this off in a sec. Keep that. Oh, I shall leave that. Get that out of the way. On this side. That one. Take the bolts out of there. Oh, my hands are so cold. Yeah, these are a fake tank on these, and I don't know if you can see it on the video. You'll see when I lift it. Well, you'll see it when I lift the tank off. This off. This plastic. Which is handy. Screw up here. I've got another set of bars coming as well. Got a set of T-bars coming off a friend. I don't know if I'm going to be running them on this or on the other bike. Moment, not sure. Right. There you go. One tank removed. As you can see, it's a fake tank. That's the airbox. That's your fuel tank inside there, which runs down on between the frame rails on these. So, plan is to move all this stuff out of the way, if we can, and mount the electric box to this side. I'll bring you around in a second just to show you. Get you up somewhere so you can see what I'm doing. At the moment I've got cables everywhere, and I don't know, half of them do, if anything, as you can tell. Now that's all hazard lights and bits and pieces which have all been wired in, so I've got extra plugs and a few other bits and pieces which I'm assuming was for the sirens and a few other bits and pieces that obviously was on this when it was first built, because this being an ex-police bike, It's going to have all sorts of weird and wonderful things on it. Right. Let's unplug this bit of the loom. Let's see if we can get you over here. You'll see what I mean now. Right, you see on this side. You'll have to excuse the light, it's not very good in here. All done on that one side. I've got all this to move, come out of the way. That's all wiring loom. It's all this. That bit there. Just to make tidy, tuck up, get in the right place really. So that's the task. Right. Let's see if we can get that undone. Ready to go. Let's see if we can get you to sit somewhere. Ah, there we go. Sit in there, just like that for a minute. Right, I just need to get rid of some of these clips. Let's grab some. Clip here. A flat blade. Yep. That's that one. This is not going to be the easiest of looms to move around. Think it would be. Figure out where half of these cables run off to. That one there. Might just have to unplug that one. Route it slightly different direction. So that's all. Rear brake light switch and expansion bottle. Actually, it's not all rear brake light switch. That's expansion bottle. A few other bits. Get off. The idea is I want to get this definitely this up inside. A lot of this wiring is going to be a pain. I don't quite know what to do with it. Maybe a lot of unplugging and replugging. That's all switch gear, and that needs to come out of that. Right. This is going to be one of them annoying jobs. Quite sure I'm going to get this to work yet. I think it's just be a case of mount the box on and work out where the wiring's going after. So, basic plan is to get that onto there. Out there somewhere, I think. So I need a bracket down to here, bracket there, I think we'll be good to go. I'm not too fussed if I have to cut another hole in the other end just to get some of this wiring to come out the other side. After I've unplugged it all, that's fine. I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is getting this in the right place, because I've got to sit somewhere there. Maybe a little bit further back actually, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do speedo, to be honest. So I may have to come back to here. If it's at a slight angle. I think that's the place it's going to go. It's right there. That's what we're going to go with. It's at a slight angle, which will be fine. I'm not worried about that. A bit of a score mark in there. I don't know where the back of the box has got to get to. Right, I'm going to cut a little bit of steel. I'm going to try and mount this onto here somehow. See what happens. Right, okay. I'll just put it down somewhere. Well done with it. Right, I've cut a piece of steel to go in there. Again, using what I have. Which I've just put down. No, I can't see. Oh, there it is. Basically, it's this bracket here. This one here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to weld that onto the frame in the right place, and then weld the box to that. It seems probably the best appropriate way to doing it. I can then add some strength to it if I really need to. So, first things first is get this tacked into the right place, which is about somewhere there. So I'm going to drop a tack on. Without burning myself would be good. Got it. Don't like using gasless wire, but it's all I have. And then this should or will mount when I've welded all this into place onto there. It's not going to stick out any further than the crash bars, which is good. So there's a bonus. What I'm going to do is try and tack it. It's got a tack in there as well. And then this will sit like this. And the edge of there, that all welded up with all the electrics in, the speedo, ref counter, and I'll cut the tank back round to make it fit. So that should be pretty good. Right, I'm going to weld this up, and I'll come back to you after. Alright, there we go. That's got that on. That ain't coming off in a hurry. Next thing now is to mount the tank up. Now I've got that all welded. I'm trying to get you back onto here. Why don't you go back in there? There we go. Right. Let's get you so you can see what's going on. Alright, so right issues with this bloody phone today. It does not want to go back in where I just had it. No. Right, go there then. There we go. Right. In fact, I might move you around to the front. Might be easier. Headlights are sitting in the wrong place at the moment as well, because everything's on the piss. But I do have the other bits and pieces coming, which is good. I do like it when the plan comes together, so to speak. Right, I need to trim some of this out, so it's going to be a little bit of guesswork. It doesn't have to be too accurate. At the end of the day, this is a rat bite, so it's one of them. Basically, we're just going to get the grinder, lose the pen, because that was a clever thing to do. One down the back of there. Fuck it. Trim this off and just keep trimming it until it fits, basically. Right. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to trim up here along that line to the corner, and I'm going to put a piece of steel which I can bolt to this engine mount. It's in here, so it just covers that in, just to give it a bit of a shape, because at the moment it just looks a bit open. Gonna lose that, which is the expansion bottle. Gonna lose all this bit down the back, gone. Probably end up doing something with the footrest, don't know what yet, I haven't made up my mind. I might just trim it up, just tidy it. Side panel, I'm literally just going to I'm just going to have a panel, it's really dark, I'm just going to have a panel that's just going to sit in there basically, same the other side, and tidy up as much of the wiring, hide as much of the wiring as possible. The only problem I've got on the other side is the battery. It's in the wrong place really. When you sit on the bike you can see that perfectly well, that's fine, tested that. Headlights, as you can see, are on the piss, but again, it's difficult to do because that was just a kind of an idea I had, is that I was sitting at the front. Yes, it looks kind of cool, but I'm having another idea. Something else is kind of creeping into my mind at the moment, so I might just change the way they're mounted. I have a plan. Whether it works or not is another matter. But again, I can't really do a lot until the rest of the bits turn up. So that's pretty much it for today. He's putting that box on there. That's about all I could do. I can't do anything. I've got no hole cutters or anything. I'm pretty screwed at the moment. I need to go inside and have a bit of a think of what else I can do to it really, along the lines of a few bits and pieces down here. And it's a bit of a shit video today, in all honesty. I haven't been very productive at all. But it's getting there. It's just, again, it's one of them. It's me being too pedantic, I think, too picky. Again, that back end just doesn't look right. It's just now slimmed down the front. The back looks too big. So I need to go think. Right, I'm gonna have a think.